think about Power Wow? When we first seen Power Wow, I'm like, white guy.
Switch your house. Big Pokey and Power Wow, baby. It's the people's champ.
Rapping, bro.
I ain't think it was gonna work.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Yeah. Dude, but the one thing I can say is, man, like the way they treat you guys down here and the love y'all get, man, you know, y'all got a big responsibility to the city, man. A lot of people, you know, wish they could get the love that y'all get down here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of love down here. When I'm down here, it's like, what the hell, man? Like, what is going on, man?
And then it's our essays, too, which I got to show.
Oh, they love it, bro. They love it.
That's why I love about those
Shout out to Big Tony. You know, I always call you.
You know what I'm talking about? Brick Baby.
Brick Baby. Young Easy. All them niggas, man.
Wolfpack Brick, not Brick Baby, but Wolfpack Brick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Young S.A., hey man, like I told them, they here and they ain't going nowhere. Because guess what? This day, Texas was once theirs, and they back for the claiming, man.
What do you think about Power Wow? When we first seen Power Wow, I'm like, white guy.
Switch your house. Big Pokey and Power Wow, baby. It's the people's champ.
Rapping, bro.
I ain't think it was gonna work.
Bro, but the sound, he sounded like a brother.
What it do is Power Wow, I'm the people's champ.
DJ.
It messed me up when I seen that come about. Like, what did you think about that when it first happened?
He was a DJ, so I knew who he was, and he was a hard-working DJ. He was.
This was before he made Chameleon?
Yeah, like they was. I think they already knew each other, but they was working. And Paul used to DJ, and Chameleon I used to rap. So, and then they started to color change and click or whatever.
That's right.
But I used to see how he used to hustle out in the front, have his flyers and his CDs, and I say, boy, that boy, if he get somebody to get behind him. But when he first started hearing the songs, I didn't know it was him because it sounded like a brother.
It sounded like a brother.
And when I put the two together, T Faris put the okay, all right. I'm like, damn. I say, oh shit, it's gonna super work because any essay or any black person that white person that sound like they from Texas, we got an accent.
Got a certain sound.
And if that play over to the world, they love it. Everywhere in the world, they love that Texas accent. It's almost like Miss Jamaica accent. They love that Jamaican accent. Men, women, don't matter. They love that Texas accent, man. And so since he got it, I said, oh yeah, he gonna get him. That's the white Eminem. That's the Texas Eminem. That's what I used to call him, the people's champ.
Yeah, the people's champ.
Yeah, and he a genuine.
He a genuine dude, isn't he?
And my boy Corey Blunt Free Home is out now. He was the Slab King, and he called himself the Slab God. He wanted to buy Corey a slab and let him put him and one together. That's how Periods never knew him before he came home, but just out of respect to the respect we have for Corey Blunt, he wanted to do that. And Corey, you know, that's why he ain't been on no interviews and nothing. No, he just like a person that don't, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's through with that life. He had a life sentence. He don't want to be reminded of it. He got a different, you know what I mean? He don't want nothing to pump him up to get back out there, nothing. Like he just cool with however it went, and he just home now.
Wow.
But yeah, he declined, but that would have been nice. But that just shows you the heart of Power.
Who would you want to interview that you haven't been able to interview? If you could interview anybody that you wanted, you know.
Jay-Z.
Turn up your shoulders. I probably owe it to y'all. Probably be locked by the force. Trying to hustle some things.
You want to interview Jay?
I love to sit down and pick the mind of Jay-Z. We had a brief run-in when they did the Miss Carter tour down here in Houston. They invited us all, and they had us backstage. And like Blue Ivy was young. They brought her back there, and I got the shirt with me and Beyonce. It's on my Instagram, and the laugh text the same here. That tape was so popular that if you was somewhere in that age group, you knew that tape because it had everybody from Screwed Up Clique before there was somebody on it. We sold like 20,000 the first week. You know what I'm saying? And she called Jay. She said, excuse me. 1 second. We had to take our picture for it. Babe, come here. She said, this tape I was telling you about. Mike D, this Fat Pat Mike D. He a fan of Fat Pat.
Oh.
He's a fan. His favorite group is UGK. And one of his favorite rappers is Fat Pat.
Yeah, I be on Jay a lot, man, because I be, you know, I don't know, I'm tough on everybody when it comes to the South. I be like, man, we got to get, like when it come down to us and what we do as a collective, man. Hold on. It's just a collective for me to say, man, we gotta somewhere. We already getting what we supposed to get. You can't stop us. That's the one thing. But when it come down to the pinnacle of the South and the artists, man, I always say, Mike D, when you go back in that Rolodex and you start looking at who had the hardest album, they don't even talk about what we did down in the South. A lot of times on these press runs, you hear them on these top whatever. We go up there to these billboard. We all our artists be acting like they want to get something from them, but they don't give them nothing. They don't even recognize. Like I tell people, when you go back in, you say, "Well, man, what was the hardest rap artist album back in the '90s, early '90s?" And you might say something up on the East or West Coast, but I'm gonna say Big Mike or something like that because of the way my ear was and what I was driving and riding to. 8 Ball and MJG and them had their time, UGK, but you never hear them mention when it comes to just a variety of top albums, you know, Outkast, you know, Goody Mob, you know what I'm saying? But the South is the South. South here to stay, bro. Yeah.
And if it was anybody in the South, it ain't because there's nobody that I ain't gonna touch. I got since we've been working, I got over 100 interviews already. And a lot of them I can't even use because I got better throughout time as I was learning that I got to redo. So I was making so many mistakes, camera mistakes, talking mistakes, etiquette. I didn't know.
We all went through it.
So I'm redoing them, but there's nobody that's living in this South we can't touch.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And the only reason Jay-Z is because if you look at who he helps, is why I say that. Beyonce, his wife. Megan Thee Stallion. He helped Travis Scott. People don't know behind the scene, Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Even though Wayne, Louisiana, he's still ours. He went to U of H. He got his swag here.
You mentioned T Faris earlier. Like, what did T Faris mean to Pow Wow and mean to Swisher House? And who was he when it comes down to his whole journey? Let's be real.
I mean, T Faris was the boots on the ground. T Faris was the one that put Mike Jones in that car and put Pow Wow in that car and hit Texas and said, we finna do this. G-Dash and Watts was the CEOs. Farris was boots on the ground. That's why he can do it again and again. And again, Farris is the coldest one that A&R road manager that ever came out of Texas. I'm serious. I know everybody like to get rainwater, but I don't know a lot about rainwater. But I would tell you this: Farris got nothing but plaques. He has no misses. Think about it. Who he miss with? Nobody. Every time he tried, he did it. And DSD-1 make him be considered, but that wasn't no miss, but we had a whole movement with Stunner Bam came. Still wasn't no miss because that helped him start at 1501.
Man.
And then 1501 catapulted him to where they at now. And now they back independent. How you do that?
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.